Hey folks, I'm Chris and I'm your Commander Mechanic, here with another tune-up. But before we get started, I wanted to remind everybody about our Patreon. We are still a small channel and we are still getting started, so all of your support at this time helps us grow and helps us do better. We appreciate your support at any level and it helps us keep the lights on. With that being said, let's see what's in the workshop. Viewer Edward Molnar writes, "The theme of this list is untap effects, and it's a subtle control combo deck. It doesn't mill much until it's about to win. There are a few infinite combos in the deck, and it can make a lot of mana. It's really often that I win with a big Torment of Hailfire." Wow, okay, so first, cool take on a Phenax deck. Many traditional Phenax decks go with Big Butt Tribal to mill opponents out, but you've got a lot of great synergies in here that make it so that you can get a lot of value out of a lot of permanents, rather than just creatures. Your commander is a god, meaning it's really hard to get them off the board once they land. But it also means Phenax isn't always a creature. Count on Phenax being just an enchantment more often than not. That's fine though, as you mentioned, Phenax isn't really the crux of your game plan. Phenax's ability gives all your creatures a tap to mill ability, and mills equal to the creature's toughness, hence why you see a lot of wall-themed Phenax decks. Instead, you're taking an approach where you've got a good dozen ways to go infinite with cards like Pemin's Aura and Freed from the Real. That means we're going to want to find ways to find these cards. You've got a handful of tutors in here, which is perfect, but we'll look at a few more ways to get those combo pieces out of your deck. We've got some mad draw effects in here too, and I want us to keep using those. Arcanist the Omnipotent, Azami Lady of Scrolls, and Rhystic Study. All fantastic ways to dig deeper. You mentioned you often win with Torment of Hailfire. That's awesome, but it looks like just about your only way to win with infinite mana. I want to add a few other redundant options. I also want to play with a way for you to win that takes your opponents out of the game too, namely some self-mill and winning with an empty library. If that's the case, your real friends here are going to be a trio: Laboratory Maniac, Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, and the newly reprinted Mesmeric Orb. Mesmeric Orb turns any of your permanents that can untap themselves, like Basalt Monolith or Aphedo Alchemist, both already in the deck, into your entire library into your graveyard. Then just draw a card with any number of your draw engines and voila! The replacement effects on Labman or Jace win you the game. I also want to ensure you have a few more ways to put infinite mana to use. Torment of Hailfire is great, but have you met their best friends Exsanguinate and Mind Grind? With 3 flavors of I win with obscene amounts of mana, you're more likely able to find an option to close out the game. Now we mentioned tutoring up Pemin's Aura and Freed from the Real. Here I want to recommend a trio of transmuters. You've got Muddle the Mixture in the deck already, but with your big combo pieces at 3 mana, I'd like you to meet Perplex, Drift of Phantasms, and Demir Machinations. These cards end up being 3 mana, painless, uncounterable Grim tutors. These let you grab Freed from the Real, Pemin's Aura, or any other 3 mana card MVPs out of your deck. Now, I'd be irresponsible not to mention Isochron's Scepter for this list too. You have Dramatic Reversal already in, and nothing says untap dance like Dramatic Reversal under an Isochron Scepter. Easy infinite mana with some mana rocks. So, let's take a look at the list. We've added some more avenues to winning with self-mill options, tutor effects, and more outlets for infinite mana. We've shifted some of the curve a bit and cut a few of the nice-to-haves for some more must-haves. But of course, your decision here is final. This should make your game plans more consistent with some redundancy and the ability to pivot your win cons a bit easier. If someone manages to deal with both your untap auras, we have alternate ways to win that don't leave you high and dry. For upgrades, I want to mention a card that I would include in high priority, Mind Over Matter. This sweet little untap effect is juicy. As long as you have an ability that taps to draw a card, like Azami or Arcanist, you can filter through your entire deck. Easy to find a win con that way. Fierce Guardianship would also be a sweet get for the deck. You've got its brother Deadly Rollick already in, but free counterspells are wonderful to have when you've got a commander that can't be removed from the battlefield. Now, if you want more infinite combos, hey, some people really have a thing for them, there's the Painter Servant Grindstone combo. Easy mill wins. With your untap effects and a few extra mana, it's possible to mill out each opponent in a single turn. Pair Painter's Servant with Sphinx's Tutelage for some redundancy. Thanks, Edward, for submitting this really sweet deck. Let us know in the comments how you've chosen to tune it up with this feedback. And for everybody else, let us know in the comments below how you would continue to improve this deck. Thanks for watching, folks, and remember, good luck and have fun. And a big shout out to our patrons this month. Your support helps us continue to grow the channel. A special shout out to our Lodestone Golems, Ben Frayne and Will Briggs, and our Metalwork Colossi, Nick Cooper, Charles Olson, and Austin Charlotte. Thanks for your support. All advice in this video is advice only. Commander is about having fun your way. Don't let anybody tell you how to play EDH.